So today what we will do is, yesterday we derived the relation between the fastest and the slowest mode. So that is, in a multi-mode fiber, we calculated the intermodal delay. Okay. And what we will do is, today we will evaluate those parameters. I had given you one numerical. So some few more numericals we will do. So we will evaluate the parameters which are related to intermodal delay. And then once we finish that, we will understand the basics of intramodal or the chromatic dispersion, which takes place in a single mode fiber. Okay, so the learning outcome is, we will be computing the various parameters, like the parameters is the bandwidth length product, the bit rate. Okay, then only the bandwidth sometimes. Okay, the RMS pulse broadening, considering the Gaussian shape as well as the rectangular pulse. Okay, so from the question, we have to identify which case is there. Like in the last problem which I gave you, part A and B was respect to the Gaussian shaped pulse, but part C and D, if you have the question with you, you will understand that it was with respect to a rectangular pulse. Okay, so from the words, you need to pick up, because they will not specify that it is a Gaussian. That word might be there, might not be there, or rectangular pulse. ये word वहाँ पे mention नहीं होगा. Okay, so that's why while dictating, I had told you, write the question properly, not just कि T max ये है, T mean ये है. That is what is our usual trend. Okay, so this is your objective and learning outcome. So we will continue with the numerical that I dictated last time. So let us see what was given is, I just read it out again so that you mark if any word is missing. A 6-kilometer optical link consists of multimode step index fiber with a core refractive index of 1.5 and a relative refractive index difference of 1%. Estimate, first one, the delay difference between the slowest and the fastest mode at the fiber output. The second thing is, estimate the RMS pulse broadening due to intermodal dispersion on the link. Now, seeing this B part, evaluate the RMS pulse broadening. So we make out it is a Gaussian shaped pulse. Then the third case, the maximum bit rate that may be obtained without substantial error on the link. Now, when I'm talking about this, see, what do you think this is indicating? The maximum bit rate that may be obtained without substantial error on the link. Okay, so this substantial error, jo ye word hai, it is indicating that no ISI is present. There is no overlapping pulse. Okay, so this is the case of my rectangular pulse. So that's why they said, now in case fourth, that is case D, calculate the bandwidth length product corresponding to C. Pehle wale ka nahi. Okay, so this is a 10 marks question. So where you are finding out for a Gaussian shape as well as for a rectangular pulse. So let us start. I will be typing it out. So you write down at your end the formula. So we have the delay difference. The first one, we are supposed to find out the delay difference. So solve this one nicely. So the delay difference. Okay, so that delay difference is given by delta TS. What that sign which we have used. What shall I use? I have to then use a pencil. The delay difference, delta TS, is given by, okay, let me use this only instead of typing it out. It is given by, the formula was ln1 delta upon C. So the length is given as 6 kilometers. So L is given as 6 kilometers. So please, it is a 10 marks question. So write things properly. Don't just complete it in 2 or 3 lines and then expect that the teacher gives you 10 marks. N1, the refractive index of the core, also is given in the problem. So N1 is 1.5. Delta is given as 1%. Remember, बहुत बार student उसको 1 ले लेते हैं. That percentage has to be converted. So delta comes out to be 0.01. And C, 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. But the exact value in your book what they are taking is, अगर ये नहीं भी लिया तो भी चलेगा, but just I am writing because I am referring to the book. So 2.998 into 10 raised to 8. तुम लोग 3 into 10 raised to 8 usually लोगे. Okay, so no problem. But I'm just specifying book में they have taken 2.99 and calculator में it will not make much difference even if you take 2.998 or 3 into 10 raised to 8. So no need to break your head to remember this value. You can simply take 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, so all the values directly are given to you. So you substitute, so you calculate the delay difference. Okay, so calculate and tell me what is the answer you're getting in terms
0.3 microsecond.
No, tell me in terms of nanosecond.
300 nanosecond.
Yes. Others solve it. I think Joshua ने कर लिया होगा घर पे. Others calculate, just substitute, please. Use of calculator. Everything is easy, but that you forget. At least इसी बहाने calculator का check हो जाएगा कि उसका बैटरी है या नहीं. Yes, apart from Joshua, anybody has the answer? Yes. The delay difference, how much?
300 nanoseconds.
Yes, Shantanu, 300 nanoseconds. Okay. So this was my first part. Okay, finished. Now the second part is the RMS pulse broadening. Okay, so you write down the RMS pulse broadening. And RMS pulse broadening. I'm writing it in short form because I'm typing and then again taking this pen. So RMS pulse broadening due to intermodal dispersion. Please write down full sentence. So yesterday मैंने ये formula दिया था. So sigma t, the RMS pulse broadening is given by delta Ts upon 2√3. So delta Ts upon 2√3. So you have delta Ts already, you found it out. So नहीं ये फॉर्मूला है क्या? नहीं एक मिनट. This is the formula which, yes, delta Ts upon 2√3. So what is the answer? Just tell me. So delta Ts you have found out divided by 2√3. I want somebody else to give the answer apart from Shantanu and Joshua.
मैम डेल्टा टी का यूनिट्स क्या है?
टाइम डेल्टा टीएस का अगर नैनो सेकेंड है तो यू आर जस्ट डिवाइडिंग इट बाय अ नंबर.
सॉरी मैम, ये आरएमएस ब्रॉडनिंग का यूनिट्स क्या है?
Time. It was with respect to time. No, see, this was my RMS broadening. Okay, so यहाँ पे peak power था और यहाँ पे time. The pulse has broadened, na? So RMS pulse broadening. So we were considering over here. Okay, so that is time. Okay, so the second case is you are finding out the RMS pulse broadening due to intermodal dispersion. So I am dictating the sentence. ऐसा होना चाहिए. Okay, so delta Ts 300 nanosecond divided by 2√3 कितना आया?
86.6.
Yes. So 86.6 nanosecond. So 86.602 nanosecond. Okay, so this is. Now, as I said, कि देखो third question. So this completes your part A and B or part 1 and 2. Now the third one क्या लिखा हुआ है? The maximum bit rate that may be obtained without substantial error. Okay, so इसमें what I am thinking is without substantial error is they are hinting कि वो without ISI है. ठीक है, बट यू माइट से कि मैम स्पेसिफिकली तो नहीं पूछा गया है कि ISI नहीं है, मींस रेक्टेंगुलर पल्स में ISI प्रेजेंट रहता है यूजुअली. सो इफ यू फील कि तुम्हारे दिमाग में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है कि वेदर आई विल कंसिडर इट बिकॉज इट्स अ 10 मार्क्स थिंग. ओके, सो वी कैन नॉट just leave it. Okay, rather you do some extra thing and leave it. The examiner को अगर consider करना होगा तो they will consider. So what you do is you find the bit rate for both rectangular pulse and both Gaussian shaped pulse. Okay, in some problem they will specify NRZ, RZ, ये word का ही तो mention होगा. So you come to know कि yes, they are talking about a rectangular pulse. RMS pulse broadening, जहाँ पे भी that RMS word is coming, you make out that it is a Gaussian shaped pulse. Okay, so the third case, it is little bit the sentence is a little bit tricky. So what you do is you find it out for both the case. So you have the answers for both the case. So we will verify the answers for both the case. It will not be the same. I hope it is clear what I am telling. मेरे अंडरस्टैंडिंग के हिसाब से without substantial error means they are indicating that no ISI is there, so it is a rectangular pulse. But to be on the safer side, we will calculate the bit rate. It is just one small formula. Okay, so bit rate for rectangular pulse and bit rate for the Gaussian shaped pulse. Okay, so I am clearing this off. So we'll find it out now for the third case. Third question, that is part C or 3, whatever you want to do. So you calculate it in both the ways. So first you calculate it for a Gaussian shaped pulse, so you can make 2 parts, and next you calculate it for a rectangular pulse. So I have to find out the bit rate. Okay, so bit rate for a rectangular pulse was given by, so the bit rate in case of rectangular pulse was given by, see now यहाँ पे was less than or equal to 2t. ये formula कल दिया था ना, 1/2t. Okay, now this t is nothing but the delay difference जो हमने डेरिवेशन में डेल्टा एस यूज किया था. ओके, जब मैंने वो डायग्राम ड्रॉ किया था at that time I had used the notation t, but in the derivation I had used delta s. Okay, so what you will do is, so your bit rate formula, okay, in case of rectangular pulse, considering the derivation ka notation, bit rate is equal to 1/2 del ts, the delay difference. And for Gaussian shaped pulse, the bit rate, the formula which I had given you. So for Gaussian shaped pulse, the bit rate Bt is given as 0.2 on the RMS pulse broadening, that is sigma t. So this is 1 upon 2 into 300 nanoseconds. Okay, so this comes out to be how much? Del TS is 300 nanosecond that you got. So what is this? And bit rate ka unit hoga. Let's tell me. So 1 upon 600 into 10 raised to 9 in the denominator. So how much are you getting?
One 1.66 mega.
1.66 mega, or I can round it off to 1.7 mega. Bit rate ka unit usually we write bits per second. NB, either you want to write bits per second or you want to write Mbps, it is up to you. Mega Mbps, whichever way. So 1.7 megabits per second. Second inverse, koi student likhta hai because the time is over here. Okay, so it is megabits per second. With respect to this, what will be the answer? So it is 0.2 upon 86.6 nanosecond. So ये भी megabits per second ही रहेगा unit. Just tell me the figure.
2.31.
2.3. Okay, so 2.3. So this is over. Now the bandwidth length product corresponding to C. Iska bandwidth length is given as 6 kilometers. So for Gaussian shaped pulse, if I just want the BL product, so BL, the bit rate is equal to bandwidth. Okay, so bit rate is equal to bandwidth. So what you will do, 2.3 mega. So bit rate is equal to bandwidth. So B abhi bandwidth, B is bandwidth. So you will take 2.3 mega into 6 kilometers. Okay, so 2.3 mega into 6 kilometers. The length is given. So 2.3 into 6. So this comes around 13 point something. Just tell me 2.3 into 6 kitna aata hai? 13.8. Actually it was 309. So tell me this 2.3 into 6, 13.8 mega to hai. Bits per second, what I had told, it will be hertz. So megahertz and L ka unit यहाँ पे add हो जाएगा. This is my L. So megahertz kilometer. साथ में ही है megahertz kilometer. मेरा यहाँ पे 309 था. Okay, so this was 309. So that, considering that, I had got 13.854 megahertz kilometer. So this is simple for a Gaussian shaped pulse. Now when I'm trying to find out the bandwidth length product for a rectangular pulse, इन्होंने कुछ भी specify नहीं किया है, but then we know for NRZ and RZ the things are different. Okay, so you find out for RZ, you find out for RZ. I have given you the relation yesterday between the bit rate and bandwidth for RZ and NRZ. एक में equal to है, एक में double है. So accordingly, the bandwidth length product for RZ and NRZ, it will be different. So quickly do that. You have found out the bit rate. You need to find out the bandwidth. Bitrate is equal to 2 times the bandwidth for NRZ, and bitrate is equal to bandwidth for RZ. Can I clear this off the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are continuing with the rectangular pulse. Gaussian we had finished. So the relation is bitrate is equal to 2 times the bandwidth for your NRZ and your bit rate is equal to bandwidth for your RZ. So accordingly, bit rate तुम्हारे पास है, bandwidth निकालो and then the bandwidth length product. So tell me the BL product for NRZ and tell me the BL product for RZ. Just simply multiply. The unit will be megahertz kilometer. I want somebody else to give the answer. See, you might be solving at your end, very good, but I need to know that you are solving. Okay, always it is in my mind, कर रहे हैं क्या, बैठे हैं, सो रहे हैं, लेटे हुए हैं. Okay, लेटे लेटे भी लिख सकते हो, no problem. You are at your home. I cannot tell you sit like this, that. But only my concern is you should be doing it. Final year, all unpredictable things. If it is a pen and paper exam in the college end semester, you will be in trouble. Yes, BL product for RZ. Anybody got for NRZ?
$4.98 megahertz per kilometer.
You are talking about NRZ?
Yes,
How much?
4.98 megahertz per kilometer.
4.98. So I can round it off to 5, no? So 5 megahertz kilometer. And BL for RZ?
9.96.
Is it correct, all of you?
I'm getting 10.
Please. Yes, Sadanand?
I'm getting 10.
10.
10 megahertz per kilometer.
And he's getting 9.96. Yes. So around 10 megahertz kilometer. Others, please see whether you are getting this answer or not.
Can you show the formula for bandwidth? It is bitrate into L, no? For this case also.
For bandwidth, it is bitrate is equal to bandwidth for RZ. Okay, so कितना था तुम्हारा bitrate for this rectangular pulse?
1.66, 1.7. 1.66.
1.66 or 1.17. So bandwidth is 1.7 megahertz. Okay, so 1.7 megahertz into 6. Okay, so bit rate is equal to bandwidth for, I'm doing the second case, ye wala. Okay, so bit rate is equal to bandwidth. So bit rate agar 1.7 mega bits per second tha, to bandwidth will be 1.7 mega. So for RZ 1.7 into 6 kiya to itna aana chahiye. Okay, and for this case I want bandwidth. Bit rate diya hua hai, so bandwidth will be bit rate by 2. Okay, so yahan pe bandwidth is bit rate by 2. So 1.7 divided by 2. So 1.7 divided by 2 is how much? Sadanand, it is how much? Just tell me the bandwidth. I just want to calculate the bandwidth. 1.7.
Which bandwidth?
1.7 divided by 2 कितना आता है? 0.8 something.
850 millimam.
850. Okay,
850 milli
85.
or 0.85.
0.85.
Yes,
So
yes.
your bandwidth is 0.85 megahertz. It is megabits per second. Okay. इसको अगर divide by 2 किया, so bandwidth is bit rate divided by 2. So it was coming out to be 0.850 megabits per second. So bits per second को directly तुम्हें hertz में लेना है. So this becomes 0.850 megahertz. Now that again multiplied by 6 kilometer, it should give you 5. So for a rectangular pulse, your bit rate, which you computed and which I deleted actually in the next slide, it was 1.7 megabits per second. Okay, so this was something which I calculated, BT or bit rate, okay, whatever you are writing. So bit rate is 1.7 megabits per second, जो मैंने last time calculate किया था, last इसमें. So for RZ and RZ, this is the relation. So bit rate is equal to bandwidth for RZ. So the bandwidth directly becomes 1.7. I just take the figure, megabits, bits per second is directly converted to hertz. And then it is twice the bandwidth, bit rate is twice the bandwidth for NRZ. So your bandwidth comes out to be 0.850 megahertz. And your BL product, see in communication, you might feel kya BL product kar rahe, sirf multiply karna hai. No, it is right now you are multiplying, but in communication, anything that we specify, it is with, देखो कितना कोई सिस्टम का कितना bandwidth है और वो bandwidth कितने length तक जाएगा. So that shows our coverage area of that particular network. For microwave, we know it is line of sight. Satellite में 3 satellite चाहिए to cover the entire globe. So length is important. Fiber, why it is important? Because after a particular length, with increase in length, we know the signal attenuates. So with a certain length, my signal deterioration is too much. Okay, so the BL product computation is easy. Bandwidth to mil gaya, length diya ho rahega just. But that figure is important. That shows ki this bandwidth is like a BL product dekh ke we can make out, okay, ki at this much length itna bandwidth proper hai. Okay, so this figure that I get, that is important. So any communication system, we are given this BL product. Okay, so either they give you in the form of a table, okay, or in the form of a graph. So you see with respect to length, what is your BL product giving. So all of you are getting this answer? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So I'm giving you the next question. A multimode step index fiber A multimode step index fiber gives a total pulse broadening. A multimode step index fiber gives a total pulse broadening of 95, not 95 nanoseconds. A multimode step index fiber gives a total pulse broadening of 95 nanosecond over a 5-kilometer length of fiber. Estimate the bandwidth length product. Estimate the bandwidth length product for the fiber. Estimate the bandwidth length product for the fiber when an NRZ digital code is used. So this has made our life simpler. Estimate the bandwidth length product when an NRZ digital code is used. Solve it now. So the pulse broadening delta TS is given to you. Either you take delta TS या capital T या अलग अलग बुक में अलग अलग लिया है, कहीं पे डेल्टा टी लिया है, किसी बुक में उन्होंने टाउ लिया है, किसी में सिर्फ कैपिटल टी लिया है. ओके, बट इन सीनियर जो बुक से मैंने डेरिवेशन किया है, इट वाज गिवन एज डेल्टा टीएस, बट एनीथिंग यू टेक is okay. So T or delta tau S is given as 95 nanosecond. L is 5. So you directly find out your bit rate. Bit rate is 1/2 delta tau. Okay, so bit rate of BR or
मैम
हाँ
वो
बोलो.
95 सिग्मा टीएस है ना?
हाँ सिग्मा टीएस है ये रहा. So your bit rate or B subscript T is equal to 1/2 sigma ts.
मैम पल्स ब्रॉडनिंग और पल्स डिस्पर्शन सेम है ना?
सेम है सेम.
तो मैम फिर ये डेल्टा टीएस नहीं है वो 95?
पल्स ड्यूरेशन हुआ ना
मैम वो दूसरा वाला है.
कौन सा वाला है?
वो डेल्टा टीएस बाय 2√3 वाला है, सिग्मा टी वाला.
वो तो गॉसियन शेप पल्स के लिए है. ये रेक्टेंगुलर पल्स हुआ जोशुआ. एनआरजेड दिया हुआ है ना.
रेक्टेंगुलर में भी है ना? रेक्टेंगुलर में भी सेम ही है दोनों. डेल्टा टीएस बाय 2√3 है इसमें भी, रेक्टेंगुलर में.
No. Delta TS by 2√3 is for your Gaussian shape pulse. Bit rate is equal to 1/2t. देखो मैंने दिया था. Bit rate is less than or equal to 1/2t. Okay, so that t is nothing but that's what I've written. No, that t is either किसी बुक में tau है, delta t है, या किसी में delta ts दिया हुआ है. Your bit rate in case of rectangular pulse, see I have drawn t and 2t and the delay difference was 2t minus t which is equal to t ये मैंने दिया था, and bit rate bt is I had given that relation is less than or equal to 1/2t. So ये जो t है it is this one. Okay, so in some books they have taken capital T, some delta T, किसी में ये रो लिया है, and in the derivation of senior they have taken delta TS. So that's why I am taking it as 1/2 tau TS. So what is the bit rate you are getting?
5.26.
5.2.
6.
Others are also you are getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
5.26 Mbps, okay, megabits per second. Okay, so now find out the bandwidth with respect to NRZ. So NRZ के लिए bandwidth will be bitrate by 2 because bitrate is 2 times the bandwidth. So for NRZ pulse, remember the case of NRZ is given. So for NRZ pulse, it will be bitrate by 2. So I get almost 2 point, tell me, 5.26 divided by 2.
63, 2.63.
2.63. So 2.63. Others, please do it. Make an effort to do. So your bandwidth is 2.63 megahertz. एग्जाम में इजीली फ्रेंड से कॉपी हो जाता है, फ्रेंड सही है, who will verify that? Okay, so the question is find out the BL product. So L is given as 5 kilometers, B you found out as 2.63 megahertz. So your BL product I'm writing over here. So your BL product just multiply 2.63 into 5. So how much you are getting? Around 13 point something. 2.63 into 5. Vivek, are you doing? क्या बोला विवेक ने नहीं सुना? Yes. BL how much you are getting? 13 point. मुझे ना तुम्हारे क्लास को न्यूमेरिकल कराने में बहुत बोर हो रहा है. See, then I will not cover all those numericals if you don't answer. मैं रिकॉर्ड करके भेज दूंगी लेक्चर, हो गया. तो YouTube पे भी बहुत अवेलेबल होगा the moment you search. Yes, what is BL coming?
13.15 megahertz per kilometer.
13.15
megahertz per kilometer.
13.15 megahertz पर किलोमीटर नहीं, मेगाहर्ट्ज किलोमीटर. L है ना, साथ में है, न्यूमरेटर में है. So megahertz kilometer in the numerator. बैंडविड्थ का मेगाहर्ट्ज और L का किलोमीटर. So megahertz kilometer. Okay, so I am getting bored now, so I will cover theory now. Finish this, all of you. हो गया? यस और नो भी नहीं बोल रहे हो. फनी क्लास सही में.
ये बैंडविड्थ कैलकुलेशन दिखाने का सेपरेट मार्क्स है क्या?
नहीं,
डायरेक्ट
मार्क्स है।
डाल सकता है ना फॉर्मूले में?
हाँ, बिट रेट इज इक्वल टू बैंडविड्थ, यू जस्ट बैंडविड्थ बाय 2 है ना इसमें, सो यू जस्ट मेंशन दैट फॉर एनआरजेड इट इज दिस। देखो अगर 5 मार्क्स का प्रॉब्लम है तो तुम्हारे बुक में द वे यू राइट, यूजुअली मेनी टाइम्स व्हाट हैपेंस, देयर इज ओनली वन फॉर्मूला, स्टूडेंट्स उतना ही दे दे के कर देते। लास्ट टाइम क्या हुआ था, ओसी के पेपर में एक प्रॉब्लम आया था, एक्चुअली इट वाज सपोज्ड टू बी जस्ट 2 मार्क्स का प्रॉब्लम, मतलब एक फॉर्मूला था उसके अंदर डाल दो यही सारा, ये जो लास्ट फॉर्मूला आएगा ये चैप्टर का, ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ डिस्पर्शन इफ इट इज कमिंग हाउ डू आई ऐड, तो स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ दिस स्क्वायर प्लस दिस स्क्वायर प्लस दिस स्क्वायर, क्रोमैटिक डिस्पर्शन प्लस इंटरमोडल डिस्पर्शन प्लस पोलराइज, तो उतना ही था। ओके, तो गूगल में क्वेश्चन 10 में डाला तो सिर्फ उतना फॉर्मूला और उसके नीचे आंसर। फॉर 10 मार्क्स स्टूडेंट्स जस्ट रोट दोस 2 सेंटेंस, क्योंकि वो गूगल में तो अच्छे अच्छे बच्चे सौरभ और ये सब जो स्कोरर्स है। Okay, but then there were some people who very nicely wrote this parameter ye given nicely. So abhi just for that 2 line I cannot give you 10 marks, no? So I don't know, coincidentally the other paper setter ka paper select hua tha, but we were aware about the type of questions that will be coming, but students ko utna Google se dikha utna hi likh diya. So अगर 5 marks का question है तो देखो कि 5 lines minimum है। Okay, so what is given, सिर्फ L मत लिखो, length of the fiber, write it, so make an effort to write so that the examiner also makes an effort to give you marks, so please remember that. I always follow कि अगर 5 मार्क का कोई शॉर्ट नोट है full 2 pages should be written। हमारे स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, एक तो तुम लोग सब करते हो 1 2 3 4 5 6 ऐसा करके पॉइंट, एग्जामिनर को क्यों गिना रहे हो कि मैंने सिर्फ 22 पॉइंट लिखा है, माय एक्सपेक्टेशन माइट बी 50 पॉइंट्स। आइदर ABCD करके लिखते ही जाओगे 1 2 3 4, ये क्या है 1 2 3 4, पॉइंट नंबर 1 LED के ऊपर शॉर्ट नोट, LED का फुल फॉर्म, LED is a source, LED converts this, why are you writing 1 2 3 4 is in a short note they have written, write point wise, कभी नहीं लिखना चाहिए, never give an examiner a point to count कितने तुमने लाइंस लिखे हैं कितने पॉइंट्स लिखे, राइट इट इन पैराग्राफ फॉर्मेट, 5 लाइन एक पैराग्राफ में लिखो, एक लाइन छोड़ो फिर से लिखो, स्प्रेड इट आउट एंड राइट। तुम लोग तो लिखने में भी कंजूसी करते हो, एक पेज में कहीं तो फिट कर देते हो छोटा छोटा लिख के, नेवर डू दैट। राइटिंग आई कैनॉट suddenly tell you and you cannot suddenly improve it, but spread and write, spread it out, your answer should be spread it। एक अगर डायग्राम है तो आधे पेज में डायग्राम करते हो, आधे पेज में तुम लोग लिखते हो, फुल हॉरिजॉन्टली बुक को टिल्ट करो, ड्रॉ द डायग्राम इलैबोरेटली, बिग बिग ब्लॉक्स बनाओ, ओके, एंड राइट इट नाइसली। ओके, सो एक पेज कवर हो गया, सो यू कैन impress the examiners with this। एक तो तुम लोग चोरी चकारी करके लिखते हो, उतना सा दिखता है उतना ही लिख देते हो, अपना दिमाग तो यूज ही नहीं करना है। So then what is the difference between an engineer and then a normal graduate? There should be some difference ना, तुम लोगों को कुछ तो ज्यादा मार्क्स मिला होगा ताकि तुम लोग ने को यहाँ पे एडमिशन मिला, नहीं तो BSc करना पड़ता है या डिप्लोमा करना पड़ता है। So at least you have some level, show that level। Okay, so that's why you don't score in a theory। न्यूमेरिकल में फिर भी एग्जामिनर कंसीडर करता है हाँ ठीक है राइट आंसर आया है तो दे देते, but now we know that that answer is also not done by you, it might be copied somewhere from somebody, either from Google or one of your friends very generous, solve करके ग्रुप में तुम लोग डाल देते हो। Okay, so mass copying हो जाता है। So don't do it, elaborate your answer, spread it out। अगर छोटे छोटे हैंडराइटिंग वाले हैं ये क्लास में, I have forgotten how your handwriting is now because वो LIC ने जो जर्नल करेक्ट किया था उतनी किसी का भी याद नहीं है। ओके, सो स्प्रेड इट आउट एंड राइट बोल्ड बेस, एक लाइन छोड़ो फिर से दूसरे पॉइंट लिखो। ओके, और 1 2 3 4 ऐसे बच्चों जैसी हरकतें मत करो, पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा तुम लोग लिखते हो। ओवर द इयर्स वी हैव सीन, आई डोंट नो इन योर स्कूल वो इंटीग्रेटेड वाले ज्यादा रहते हो तुम लोग, वेरी फ्यू यू कम फ्रॉम अ स्कूल 12th। ओके, इंटीग्रेटेड में ऐसा सिखाते हैं, आई डोंट नो, मतलब आई रियली डोंट नो बिकॉज ICSE CBSE में तो ऐसा नहीं सिखाते, मतलब कहीं स्कूल में कहीं ऐसा सिखाते ही नहीं, अनलेस दे टेल यू कि 5 points of difference. 5 points of difference में जरूरी नहीं कि 5 ही लिखो. अगर तुम्हारे पास ज्यादा points है and you have time, write more points. Okay, so continuing with dispersion, the second category, intramodal dispersion or chromatic dispersion. So just a moment. Intramodal dispersion takes place within a single mode fiber. Now, see why they see multi-mode में तो number of modes थे, but then in single mode you might feel अरे बाबा एक ही mode है, so how then pulse spreading is taking place? Okay, so usually we wonder कि ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए, एक ही pulse है वो जल्दी निकले या fast निकले, एक ही pulse निकलेगा, but then still there is dispersion which is present even in a single mode fiber. So intramodal dispersion, it depends on the wavelength. It effects on signal distortion increases with the spectral width of the light source. Now this is important. It is not just a sentence. I have either an LED as the light source or I have laser as the light source. Okay, anyone. So what is the difference between LED and laser is, okay, the power capacity, ठीक है, वो सब तो है, construction wise that difference is there, but input pulse, when I talk about an input pulse, अगर LED का input pulse देखा, so with respect to wavelength, if I am drawing the amplitude or whatever the power content of the laser or LED, suppose this is the any device, whether it is LED or laser, works at one particular frequency. When I fabricate an LED or fabricate a laser, so I say that कि हाँ मैंने laser 1550 nanometer में fabricate किया है. I have fabricated the laser for 1310. LEDs usually are not there at 1550 nanometer, so we have LEDs at 850 nanometer, the first optical window. तो मेरा जो spectral है, okay, when I say कि मैंने एक फ्रीक्वेंसी के लिए डिजाइन किया है, दैट इज व्हाट यू नो कि ऑल कंपोनेंट्स इन फाइबर विल बी अवेलेबल आइदर एट 850, 1310 और 1550, बट you have studied something called as harmonics. Okay, so there is one fundamental frequency, but there are harmonics present in case only sine wave does not have any harmonics. Rest all of the wave have harmonics. That's why whenever we do any circuits or test any circuit, we always give preferably sine wave as the input, because that is the only wave which works or has or operates at the fundamental frequency. All other waves will have harmonics. So when I say कि suppose 850 nanometer पे मेरा wavelength है, my LED is working, so what I expect कि मेरा response ऐसे होना चाहिए, ये power level होना चाहिए यहाँ तक, but that does not happen. We have harmonics, so it is a spectra that is available at that wavelength. Remember जब हमने fiber को input दिया था and different types of fiber, it was an input signal was like this. Okay, so even though it is centered at one wavelength, but I have a spectra that is present, okay, due to the harmonics. So this spectra जो यहाँ पे है, it is at a different wavelength. Okay, so in short, even though in a single mode एक ही mode है, but due to this different spectral modes which are traveling at 850, not at 850, but कुछ 850 से कम है, कुछ 850 से ज्यादा है. So ये LED का spectral response है. Laser has a narrower spectral frequency. तो अगर suppose this is centered at 1550, so laser में क्या है? I have a very narrow spectral width. Okay, but I have a width. I don't have any source which just works at the fundamental frequency. So यहाँ पे भी I have signals which are at a different wavelength. Okay, ऐसे छोटे-छोटे, I could draw only this. So ऐसे छोटे-छोटे spectral width components are there. So they travel at a different velocity, and that gives rise to signal distortion. So जैसा तुम्हारा spectral width बढ़ेगा, so if I select LED as the source, my spectral width of the light source will be more and there will be more dispersion. If I select laser, the spectral width of the light source will be small and then the dispersion will be less. So even though I have a single mode, but due to this spectral width of the light source, I have the dispersion. So that's why also in a single mode fiber, I have the problem of dispersion. Still, there are many reasons. So there are two main causes of intramodal dispersion. One is the material dispersion, something to do with the material of the core and the cladding. And the second category is waveguide dispersion. Okay, so individually they can ask you short note on waveguide dispersion or material dispersion. There is one derivation, or chromatic dispersion के ऊपर short note या intramodal, या compare intermodal and intramodal dispersion. 10 marks question you can get. Okay, so now talking about material dispersion, the refractive index property causes a wavelength dependency on group velocities of a given fiber. Okay, pulse spreading occurs even when different wavelength follows the same path. Now, material dispersion can be reduced by choosing a source with narrower spectral width or by operating at longer wavelength. So if I can reduce material dispersion, only if I choose laser, because laser has a narrow spectral width compared to LED. देखो ये सारे points, see I am studying in case of losses or dispersion, but later on when we will study sources, okay, and one of the favorite question that comes in the exam is differentiate between LED and laser. So there you can write this point. LED has a wider spectral width, laser has a narrower spectral width. So material dispersion is more prominent in LED and it is less in case of a laser. And I can reduce the dispersion by operating at longer wavelength. This already we have seen key how the attenuation curve was decreasing as the wavelength was increasing, the losses were reducing. Okay, continuing with this material dispersion, it is the pulse spreading due to the dispersive property of the material. Now, material dispersion is caused by the wavelength dependence of the silica's refractive index. Any information carrying light pulse contains different wavelength because a light source radiates light of a spectral width. So the components of pulse with different wavelength will travel within the fiber at different velocities and will arrive at the fiber end at different time, causing the spread of pulse. So this is already I had explained. Now comes waveguide dispersion. Now in the microwave also you might be studying about the waveguide. What is a waveguide? Waveguide is something, a structure, an enclosed structure. Okay, so it is guiding the wave. Okay, I am guiding the wave. Now if you see the construction of fiber, it is a waveguide. That's why that Maxwell theory of wave propagation I can apply. So यहाँ पे मेरा core है और बाहर cladding है. Okay, and how my wave is propagating? It should be propagating through the core. Okay, so even though I say that the waves should propagate through the core, statistics shows that based on the amount of light incident in that acceptance cone, 80% of the light it propagates through the core and the remaining propagates through the cladding. Okay, now what happens is cladding ka refractive index kam hai compared to that of the core. So the waves which are traveling through the cladding, okay, they will travel at a higher speed compared to the light modes that are traveling through the core. Okay, so this causes the dispersion of light. सिर्फ core का ही हमें नहीं देखना है. Okay, so this is what is causing your waveguide dispersion. Okay, so dispersion arises because the fraction of light power propagating in the cladding travels faster than the light confined to the core. Okay, so the amount of waveguide dispersion, it depends on the fiber design. Okay, so we should have a proper fiber so that no light is escaping into the core. But even though we try to do that, still we have, due to bending, the light escapes in the cladding, and then where that light goes, it will not enter into the jacket, it will propagate through the cladding and then it is coming out. Okay, so waveguide dispersion is most significant in single mode fiber. Any information carrying light pulse after entering in a single mode fiber is distributed between the core and the cladding. The major portion travels within the core, the rest within the cladding. Both the portion propagate at different velocities. Since core and cladding have different refractive index, the pulse will spread because the light is confined within the structure having different refractive index. So, ये confined within the structure जो है, that's why we use waveguide. I am guiding the light wave. Just in microwave, what is the waveguide? Okay, so that structure is guiding the microwave signal from the transmitter to the receiver side. So your fiber is also like a waveguide. Okay, so this formula is there to calculate the waveguide dispersion. So amount of the pulse spreading caused by waveguide dispersion is given by, so there is one formula given, so you can note it down. And if they tell you calculate intramodal dispersion, koi sum mein, okay, in rise time budget usually that comes, but this is important, so please mark it. Suppose they give you intramodal dispersion, calculate karo. Okay, so it is the sum of material dispersion plus waveguide dispersion. It will be some unit of time only in terms of nanosecond. So agar intramodal dispersion tumhe calculate karna hai, so in the numerical they will give you some figure of for material dispersion, some figure of waveguide dispersion. So you cannot add it directly to intermodal delay or polarization mode delay. So first you find out intramodal dispersion, which is the sum of this two. So please remember it. Right now we are not using, but it is just a sentence. But later on in link budget, जहाँ पे हम लोग को rise time calculate करना रहेगा, at that time we need to add all those delays due to this dispersion. So I will not be continuing more today.